What's up, YouTube? This is KNG to the JEHU of Wall Street. Yeah, it's been a long time since I uploaded on this channel, and that's because I was still home. But right now I'm back to school, so this is my official office. So we're gonna log in and resume our YouTube. So last week, I missed a lot of couple trades. Like I already had predictions. I knew GPSD was gonna sell, USDJPY was gonna buy, and a lot of things like that. But price went without using my strategy to go, so I couldn't catch most of the moves last week. And then the only move that would have made me about 500 pips last week, I lost it because I didn't follow. I missed it rather. So in this video I'm just gonna hop on my screen and then I'm gonna be taking you guys through this trade. This is the weekly review and market forecast for this particular week. So if this is the first time you're seeing me on your screen on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's jump into my screen. See you there. Okay guys, so first of all, we had Bitcoin. Now my analysis for Btcusd, right, since I drew this line last week Saturday and price was about to break out of the trend line, price tapped on this point. So but the point was I was waiting for price to get into this zone here. Waiting for price to get into this zone before I'm going to sell. Price just broke out here and started selling. So I tried to catch a sell here. My first point of interest was wasted. I tried to catch a second sell, it was wasted again. 3 times. Now left the chart. And then boom, that's when this fall started. And then price also pulled back and continued to sell all the way down here. So this was the first prediction of last week that I did and I wasn't able to catch it. But currently I went to the daily time frame. So I found this other block that price is reacting from. Now to get my entry, because I'm trying to catch a buy to this upside now. To get my entry, I got a other block for 15-minute time frame. And yes, this is what I'm expecting right now. The trade is at 28 RR. My take profit on this trade is gonna be like $300, but it hasn't played out yet, so I'm still waiting for it. And this is Sunday. Now, if we go to XAUUSD, this is one of the pairs that I missed the serious move last week here. So first of all, the trade I missed, right, was from this point. So we had an order block, which is this, and then we also had a breaker block, which is this. So I tried to use the breaker block to sell, price gave me SL, and then use the other block. So after the loss, I was now trying to wait for a re-entry somewhere here for price to bounce up so we can sell. Price never came back to that re-entry. After price tapped here, the next thing price did was price created a 5-minute zone and then used that zone in New York session. Now, funny enough, I knew that New York session is going to sell, but I did not know the exact zone New York session is going to sell for. Now, this was the particular trade that I missed. And this is exactly how my strategy is. I used to enter from 5-minute time frame. I always use 5-minute time frame for entry. And guess what? My TP for this sell was around here. So if I actually enter this sell from this point to this point, you can see that is 423 pips that was missed. Price eventually moved up to 516 pips thereabout. Just this move of that New York session. And trust me, if I caught this move, I would have flipped $5 to at least 500 or 700 or so. And after I missed this trade, I was like, okay, since gold should still be bearish, let me find the next sell. Now after this, I say, okay, let me find the next sell. I came somewhere here like this. I used this breaker block. It's in line with a 15-minute order block, and I thought this is actually liquidity for the point of interest. Price makes it look as if they're gonna give it. Because one thing with price is that they're always gonna be creating liquidity and point of interest for both directions. But if you truly know the exact direction at that point, that's when you're gonna make money. So that was how I was tricked into using this other block here, this particular one here. Yes. And that was how I got hit on stop loss. Now after that, price already started buying, created a 30-minute order block. Then this was not the liquidity of the 30-minute order block here. So after that, you can see price came and tapped inside this point of interest here, started buying. So I wasn't even aware of all of that. And then after that, now price was giving me this trend line, so I thought price was going to clear it out. That's why I came to use a 30-minute breaker block here, to sell. That was on Friday. Little did I know that price has already changed direction, because if you draw this particular trend line, you'll see that price broke out of it first around here. So after price broke out of it from here already, to now show that I would have been looking for bullish movement. And if I went down to 5 minutes, I would have caught this particular bullish movement, because look at it. If you check my videos, you see that I teach about something like this. Then price will take that low and then buy from there. So this part is going to be your point of interest, and then here is going to be your liquidity. As simple as that. So this one price just be here and then tap into the point of interest and it started buying, and look at it hasn't even reached where it's supposed to reach, but it's bought. Right now I already made this trade. I even tried to catch another trade here. I couldn't even get it. So the issue now is you have to be correct when picking the immediate market structure, because price can actually, normally price used to go in higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. But the kind of market we have these days, price will not keep just going like this for you, because they know that you understand. So they'll just change character low key, and then maybe just go lower high, lower low once, and then start going higher high, higher low. So it is very complicated to find the immediate move. So right now, I think market analysis will not just be a overall thing. It will be something that you do very precisely. Now, what I'm expecting here once market open is that since price broke out through the upside, we're going to be looking for buys. But the buys that we're going to be looking for right now, I'm going to just combine 30-minute time frame with 15 minutes. So I'm going to draw out this other block and then wait for price to come and trigger this other block. So whenever price triggers this other block, I'll now go to 5-minute time frame and look for another other block which is going to form once price trigger here and start reversing. Now if price doesn't form that, fine, we'll wait for another setup. But this other block and also this point here, like a breaker block, these are the 2 points of interest right now that I can see on gold. So this is going to be for next week. So now USDJPY. Now after the FOMC, was it 2 weeks ago or something like that, price first manipulated against and then cleared this old trend, because if you look here, there was a trendline liquidity that price was trying to take out. And as we said, trendline liquidity is magnet of price. This. So since price was done with this move, started buying, price already, it was already obvious that US dollar is going to be strong for that period of time. So USDJPY was bullish. Now I came here for my 30-minute time frame. You can see we have this other block here, and we have our inducement liquidity, so resting place. I expected price to tap into this zone. Price was just ranging here, ranging. And when price was done ranging, it just started buying and reached the TP. I even tried, okay, maybe it's gonna sell down before it continue. It didn't. So that's how I missed this move. And then if you go to your higher time frame, you can also see price broke out of a trend line on this point. So magnet of price to the upside for USDJPY. Now, my expectations for USDJPY this week, honestly, I don't have an expectation yet. I just wait for price to correct on Monday and probably Tuesday. Then by Wednesday, I'm gonna be entering. Now for GBP USD, this one is also one of the trades that paying me. You can see where my entry was. My entry was where this line is, and then this was how close price came to my entry. In fact, the night that this happened, I didn't sleep. The next night also, I didn't sleep, just waiting for price to trigger. And guess what happened in the end? Price did not trigger. Price just drew itself, and if you look, you can see we broke out of this trend line. I drew this trend line more than a week ago or so, when price was still somewhere around here. And then I expected maybe price to come to this breakout block, did it just sold. Okay, fine. Come to this other block, price did it just sold. So there are sometimes that what you're expecting, you're not even going to see it, because price just did something like this. You can see created a trend line and then broke out of it. And my strategy doesn't allow me to just trade trend lines like that, because to me it doesn't look like proper. So this particular week did not favor the way I trade. That's why I wasn't able to catch a lot of trades. And then I was also trying to catch buy from here, was it on Thursday or Friday, expecting that price will eventually come here, and then this high can be my inducement, but price never did it. But anyway, this sell is still gonna be kind of valid. So whenever price decides to pull back here, I'm going to get confirmation and sell this motherfucker. Now USD engine, I don't want to use USD engine. So this is just the basic trade recap for the week. And if you see, alright, the daily order block, and you can see price has rejected from the order block a lot of times. So I really believe that this point is a support zone which price is not going to break below, so we should be buying. Then and I've got this entry from the 15-minute time frame. So my limit is already set on this. I haven't sent a signal to my channel. Probably we might have a winning trade this week, like the first winning trade this week. So yeah, that's all for that. Don't forget to stick around for more episodes like this every weekend. Talk to you later, and yeah, don't forget to like this video.